Pokémon, a franchise that took the world by storm and defined the childhoods of many. It has only gotten more popular with time, but what was Pokémon like way back then? More specifically, how has competitive Pokémon changed over the years for those striving to be the very best? Now that is exactly what we are here to find out. In this series, Jeexx and I will embark on an adventure to be the very best, exploring through time and space to rediscover Pokémon's past formats. In each episode, both of us will bring two teams and battle it out in a best of 3 match, and the one who wins with both teams first is crowned the champion of the episode. We hope you enjoy this trip to Pokemon's evolution with us. Welcome to the Pokemon Progression Series, A Journey Through Time. Generation 5, Unova, with Black and White and Black and White 2, was the first region to not be based in Japan and instead was based on parts of the USA. It added a hopping 156 new Pokemon, the most out of any generation, and had some insanely powerful Mons for both singles and VGC, like Excadrill, Ferrothorn, and the Jinx, just to name a few, but definitely was the first generation to introduce a lot of power creep into Pokemon. It also added hidden abilities as a mechanic as well as Scald, an incredibly flexible move with good base power and a high chance of inflicted burn, as well as Gems, a series of items that give a once per game 50% boost to a move of its type when used for the first time. Generation 5 also finally removed the defense halving mechanic from Explosion and Self-Destruct, drastically decreasing their raw power. However, none of these changes defined the 5th generation as Weather did. Often referred to as the Weather generation, abilities like Drizzle, Drought, and Sandstream now brought permanent weather into battle, often referred to as Auto Weather, only fading upon a new weather play being applied, resulting in many weather wars in almost every single match in Generation 5. What is up, guys and girls, and welcome back to the almost a history of Yu-Gi-Oh! Learning Journey, the Pokemon Prog series, this time with Generation 5 UU. We started off OU Black and White 1 OU very convincingly, and then last time I got fucking rolled. So hopefully today we can, well, I say today, I'm recording this way earlier in the week, but hopefully in this week's episode we can come back from that. Yu-Gi-Oh! Tends to be my favorite format in Pokemon in general, and I think Generation 5 also falls in that. I also do like stuff like RU, but Yu-Gi-Oh! Tends to be the, like, you don't have the craziest mons ever, but you still have a lot of power behind everybody. So I'm pretty excited about this. The first team I'm bringing today is something that I don't think we played before. I might be mistaken, but I don't think we played before in the series, which is a Trick Room team. It's not a dedicated Trick Room team. I'll be honest, I am not a good Trick Room player. And part of why I figured that I wanted to bring a Trick Room team is just because I felt like it could be fun playing something out of the ordinary a little bit. Another part was also that I really like Rhyperior, and Cavagrigus was another mon present in the tier, and both of those are obviously like really good Trick Room attackers, and they create a like pretty nice core as well, coverage wise. So I figured, you know what, let's give it a shot. But what we are playing today is a soft Trick Room team. Starting off our team, we have Rhyperior, Lefty, Solid Rock, Stealth Rock, Earthquake, Rock Blast, and Dragon Tail. It's said to be a very bulky wall, mostly, but it also just hits extremely hard with base 140 attack, obviously. We're rocking the two not coverage moves. We're running the 2 stab moves in Earthquake and Rock Blast. I explained it last week when we were talking about Terrakion specifically. I explained why I prefer Rock Blast over Stone Edge, and it is mostly there because it obviously bypasses stuff like Foe Sash, which is really nice. Dragon Tail is also there to prevent setup mons from setting up on Rhyperior, and Stealth Rock should be pretty self-explanatory. Our way of actually setting a Trick Room and the main Trick Room attacker is a Cavagrigus, which is also fully invested in its offenses. Base 95 special attack is not great, but it's still very manageable, giving it a quiet nature, obviously making this extremely slow. And the nice thing about Cavagrigus is also the ability Mummy, which means that if you're pivoting on this with something like a U-turn, you will lose your ability in the process. In general, just being able to actually, now when I think about it, does Mummy keep itself on switch out? I actually don't know that. I'm actually gonna look at that here. Does Mummy stay on switch out. We're learning directly here too. So, okay, so it gets reset on switch out. So it doesn't work for the pivots as I thought what would be nice. I guess like there are not that many as scary U-turners or pivoters in general as there were in OU, but still, obviously, Mummy still on a really defensive model like Fagrigus is still nice to have. But yeah, it's a Trick Room Monastiplot, Setup Sweeper. Shadow Ball is the main move that we're going to be clicking most of the time. Hidden Power Fighting is the reason why we have weird IVs here, but it's there to hit, obviously, the resistance issue to Shadow Ball, the main ones being Dark and Steel. So with these two moves, we obviously get really good coverage here. I'll skip over a couple Mons because I want to cover Snorlax here because it's the third member of our core Trick Room squad. It is very specially defensive because obviously our two other guys are extremely bulky on the physical side. So Snorlax is more invested on special defense. Lefties, Thick Fat, Curse Body Slam, Earthquake, and Rest. I was contemplating between coverage and having Sleep Talk, but ultimately decided that I'd rather go for Earthquake. At this point, obviously, if we start setting up Curselax, we really want to make sure that his checks are gone and we don't, with the free rest turns, we just don't give Jeexx a chance to set up on us and reverse sweep. The other way for us to get some hazards on the field on top of Rapier is going to be our Roserade, fully also invested in special defense to maximize its special bulk. Spikes, Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb, and Synthesis is just there to layer as many spikes as possible. I was contemplating running Toxic Spikes instead of Spikes, but ultimately ended up with Spikes because there are actually, I think there were 3 decent poison types. There was Roserade, Nidoking, and Nidoqueen. Was there anything else? Yeah, those 3, obviously. Oh yeah, sorry. There is also Venomoth. I completely forgot about Venomoth. But obviously Crobat is an aerial poison type, so it doesn't matter. But if you get Nidoking, Nidoqueen, and Roserade are all really good, so the chances of Jeexx actually having grounded poison types on his team I think are very high. So that's why I elected to go for Spikes instead of Toxic Spikes, because it's just more consistent than just giving it coverage, because Roserade hits very hard even without investment, especially if it can hit for super effective, and obviously Sludge Bomb having the 30% chance to poison is really nice. Then obviously I did say that this was not a dedicated super hard Trick Room team, so we do have some other things we can do as well to if the Trick Room fails us. We have a bold, very physically bulky Togekiss here with some speed investment, Air Slash, Roost, Heal Bell, and Nasty Plot. Nasty Plot and Air Slash, you already know where this is going. We're trying to cheese some wins with our Togekiss. And the final one here, absolutely, at this point, the idea about the Trick Room is long gone. So if we can set up a Trick Room, I really want to have speed control, and alongside Jirachi, Victini is my favorite mythical. I think Victini is so cool. V-Quake, Ball Strike, U-Turn Trick, very usual of a moveset. Sometimes instead of Trick, you might see something like Zen Headbutt if you want this psychic coverage, but I don't think, like I said earlier, there are 5 poison types in total here. There are quite a few fighting types here, but we do already have the flying type moves from Togekiss, so instead I decided to go for a Trick, which is also nice if we want to deal with one of our opponent's walls by changing a lefties for a Choice Scarf and giving the Choice Scarf to something like a Gligar or something, would be a really big thing, obviously, for us. But Victini is just here to give us some speed control and obviously hit extremely hard. As for the other team, I did say last time, yeah, maybe we'll see less weather. But then my boy Kingdra down here in UU and Swissstream is not banned. So I decided, you know what, obviously there's no drizzle, but we do have access to the aforementioned, also in the previous tier, Tornadus with a Damp Rock and a Prankster, essentially just guaranteeing rain going up, which is obviously really nice. Because apart from Fake Out, nothing really stops this, and the main Fake Out Mons that looking at the tier that I'm thinking of is stuff like Ambipom, which is the scarier one, and then Hitmontop. But obviously Hitmontop, if it carries Stone Edge, sure can hit us, but apart, I don't, would you really want if you're running Fake Out on Hitmontop, you're not going to be running Stone Edge, for sure. But obviously, Hurricane here to take full advantage of our own setup. Rain, Taunt there as well, obviously really nice with Prankster, and the superpower is just here to hit the steel types that we can't hit for. Super effective for on Hurricane. Same thing with, obviously, what's his face? Rock types. And this is especially nice because obviously we don't really care about the attack drop. So for in these cases wherein we're doing a split set, this tends to be a lot better than a close combat even. So very nice. Our main Rain Sweeper here, Kingdra, Lefty Swism, Sub, Dragon Dance, Outrage, and Waterfall. I was contemplating on the usual like special set, but this seemed honestly cooler. So Sub, Dragon Dance, Outrage, Waterfall. Obviously after Dragon Dance and Swism, like we are outspeeding everything. That's why we're also Adamant Nature. We don't need all of the extra speed, would be kind of wasted. But I do not like Outrage, which is ultimately like why I was thinking of running an agility set, but it felt like so extra. And unfortunately, Kingdra doesn't get stuff. Well, unfortunately, I think if Kingdra got like something like Calm Mind or God forbid Nasty Plot, it would be so broken. But I think this is also part of this is a really good way to catch Jeexx off guard, because I don't think you would expect Kingdra to be a physical set. Most of the time we're clicking Waterfall anyway. There are actually like a surprisingly few water Mons in the tier. So the chance of like stuff, and I think there are like 3 grass types. There's Virizion, there's Shaymin. Oh, there's 4. Yeah, Roserade, because then there was also a Bomb of Snow. But a Bomb of Snow is not good. So most of the time we're clicking Waterfall anyway. Mienshao here, Choice Scarf, Regenerator, High Speed, Scone Edge, U-Turn, Aerialize, just a I think pretty standard Mienshao sets here. Obviously, usually we just want to pivot U-Turn, Choice Scarf with U-Turn, using our Choice Scarf, getting our Regenerator boosts, like not really caring about hazards, which is nice, being able to just create constant momentum. Then we have the one thing that I was most worried about with this team was not having a spinner, because obviously I do have 2 rock weaknesses here, but ultimately I figured that we'll make it work one way or another. Let's see if that comes to bite us in the ass. Zapdos here, Life Orb, Thunderbolt, Heatwave, Roost, and Hidden Power Grass, just a very basic Zapdos set. I was contemplating running Thunder instead, but I wanted the consistency of Thunderbolts rather. And Zapdos hits really hard anyway. Heatwave is there. Obviously, we don't really want to be clicking this under... what's his face? Under Rain, because its damage is going to be halved. But Hidden Power Grass is there for coverage move of choice, which is obviously really nice to hit the ground types that resist our other stuff. And especially something like a rock ground type, like a Rhyperior, resisting both of our other moves here. Being able to hit it for quadruple super effective is really nice. Next we have Nidoqueen here, Sheer Force, Black Sludge, Slowpoke, Earth Power, Ice Beam, and Dragon Tail. It's there more of as a dedicated physical wall, but Nidoqueen, with Sheer Force still hits relatively hard. I was contemplating on running a Life Orb set, but as you can see, like we already have such an offensive team that I wanted more of a defensive core here. And then finally we have a Heracross here with SD, Close Combat, Mega Horn, and Stone Edge. I was thinking of like running a bulk up set instead, but Heracross is mostly there like if the Rain plan fails, we can use him. And he can also, even without Sword Dance, like he can be there to absorb hits better, because obviously the fire the fire weakness is offset by the Rain. And the nice thing also about Heracross is, since we are running a physical Kingdra and really don't want to get burned, we do have a lot of special attackers that don't care about that, but if we need it to absorb a burn, like we can do that with Heracross thanks to Guts. But yeah, that's gonna do it. I feel like that was not that bad. I was gonna say like this felt like I was rambling a lot, and maybe I was, but it ended up being still a pretty solid length. So hopefully you enjoyed the team breakdowns. Hopefully you enjoyed Jeexx as well. And afterwards, I'll see you all in the battle zone. So see you there. That was a weird ending.
We got Gligar, Bisharp, Ambibomb, Dusclops, Hitmontop, Crocodile with Gligar with Stealth Rock, U-Turn, EQ, Roost. This is hopefully gonna be bulky enough to take some hits. Obviously, it's gonna fucking explode to anything that's ice, but I hope that there's not gonna be that many things that are faster than it with ice moves. Maybe other than... you could make the argument that I shouldn't be running low sweep, and instead I should be running revenge, but instead of oh wait, no, this does make sense to have, because you're gonna be faster. Maybe if I run like ice punch on you, can you can learn ice punch, that's good, because you're gonna outspeed Gligar if I run into it, and also Aerodactyl, I think. But yeah, then we have Bisharp with Sword Stance, Night Slash, Iron Head, Facade. Obviously the idea here being you can't get EQ'd, you have Defiance. If you get intimidated, if you switch this in and you get intimidated, you end up in a position where you get +2 and you don't need to SD. You could also make the argument of you don't even need to run SD for that, but I kind of want to just, for the sake of having, I mean, is there a way to make you fast? Wait, I have Sucker Punch. Ooh. There could definitely be an argument for just running 4 attacking moves instead of setup. You know what? Let's do that, because it's a single priority move that I think you can get. Yeah, let's go with that. And Facade here is for burn. If I get burned, I can use Bisharp still for dealing massive damage using Facade. It's gonna be 1.4, and it's gonna be massive attack stat. I think this is the highest attack stat in the tier. Darmanitan has a higher one, never mind. And Honchkrow is even, but Honchkrow sucks. Oh, Machamp is in here too, right. I was originally thinking playing Mienshao as well, or Rhyperior too. But I ended up not going for Mienshao, mostly because it's on my laptop, like the team, but I didn't bother copying it over, so. Ambibomb with Life Orb Technician, Fake Out, U-Turn, Ice Punch, Revenge, as you just saw. Then we have a Dusclops with Eviolite, Pressure, Toxic, Pain, Split, Seismic Toss, Protect. Don't even need to explain what this is about. Then we have Hitmontop with Eject Button, Intimidate, Protect, Mach Punch, Fake Out, Close Combat. Starting with this guy in, faking out, Mach Punching, and then getting ejected out. Seems pretty okay to me. Then you have Crocodile, Rocky Helmet, Intimidate, Stealth Rock, EQ, Knock Off, Protect. The idea here being that I think Protect isn't that necessary here. You can make the argument for something else here. I don't you can learn Toxic. I guess we could put Toxic into Protect, but then I run into this situation where I don't have that many Protects on my team. I mean, I have 2, and both of them are pretty bulky. Yeah, let's just do that, just because I think it'll be funny. But yeah, fast bulky support. This should be the same set. It is not the same set. I'm not gonna click that. I want you to be slightly. Actually, how fast do you get? 176, 86, 36. Fuck it. But yeah. Then for the second team, we have an Aerodactyl, Victini, Carapagus, Milotic, Nidoqueen, and V1. Your Aerodactyl is going to be essentially a Suicide Lead with Toxic, Stealth Rock, Taunt, Double Edge with the Sash. I'm going to Taunt on turn 1. I'm going to Stealth Rock on turn 2. I'm going to die. If he doesn't kill me, I'm going to Double Edge, and then, yeah. Presumably, I'm going to be going into a Spiker. If I'm not, I'm going to be using Taunt on it. I'm not going to be using Taunt, I'm just immediately going to be using Stealth Rock, and then after that I'm going to kill myself to, immediately pivot pretty much while dealing chip damage. Victini with Blue Flare, Bolt Strike, U-Turn Psychic with Victory Star, and with Choice Specs. I don't know if this is going to work out, but it felt like if I'm not running these, I'm griefing, right? I'm fast, I got Specs. U-Turn obviously isn't I don't think you learned Volt Switch. No, you do not learn Volt Switch. You could also make the argument that I should be running V-Create instead of Blue Flare, but I felt like the 20% burn chance and also just having no negative, no downsides to using it essentially seemed better to me. To actually not get Volt Switch? No, you don't. Okay. Then with Carapagus with Rocky Helmet, Mummy, Will-O-Wisp, Pain Split, Knock Off, Haze. Yeah. Yeah. Then Milotic with Leftovers, Marvel Scale, Skull, Toxic, Recover, Protect. Have fun with that. Nidoqueen with Black Sludge. I was thinking of running Rocky Helmet or something to make it slightly more bulky, but I kind of just put Black Sludge in here in case I run into a Trigger as well, so I can put in Nidoqueen, have Black Sludge be given over to the Trigger, and then use my own stuff to presumably be faster now. Because it's gonna be, if it's gonna be getting Scarfed, it's still gonna be about 3.2, I think? Around 300, but yeah. Then we have Weavile, Life Orb, Pressure, Ice Shard, Night Slash, Sword Stance, Ice Punch. If this Pokemon has no item and is it by a contact move, it steals the attacker's item. I was trying to think of a way to actually use this, but it felt like he's too slow. And the only other way that I could see me using this is by having a priority move. Having some form of... Actually, I don't think I even need to have setup on here, right? I do have a priority move with this, and this does make contact. So you could definitely make the argument that I could run, a gem, have that gem be exhausted, and then from there, steal an opponent's item. But I don't know if that's feasible. I don't know how it interacts with gems, so I figured this was the safest option. But yeah, if it comes up during it'll probably come up after the matches themselves. I'm gonna talk about with Weebfox, but I didn't want to ask about it because I felt like that was too obvious. But yeah, that about does it. Good luck with the games.
Not the actual tummy ache, but the tummy ache.
Damn. There are many different forms?
Yes, there's at least 2 forms of tummy ache.
Damn.
Yeah. One is self-induced and the other is just, sometimes it'd be like that. Yeah.
I see. Well, hopefully both of those go away soon. But how are you feeling about Gen 5 UU?
I almost forgot that we're doing UU while I was recording the UU breakdown, even though UU was right up there at the top. I was like, damn. This doesn't seem like UU. This team seems kind of ass. But, we'll see. We'll see how this goes.
Anything after playing OU is gonna feel like that for a lot of generations, I feel like. Until then later we get to stuff where it's like, damn, this guy was top 5 Mons in OU in that generation, and now it's in RU.
Me when I have an Uber's Mon in fucking RU in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and then we get to Gen 10 with Wimdy and whatever the fuck the other one was, and suddenly
Waves.
Fucking Deoxys is ZU. Very impressive.
Truly video games. I just need a Wailord Mega and my life is complete.
Yeah, Duff McWhalen.
That's gonna be his name. It's not gonna be Wailord Mega like any other Mega Evolution. He's just gonna be called something else.
Yeah, he's gonna be Duff McWhalen. It's gonna be a reference to the hit video game Mega Man X5, but more specifically a reference to the band Guns N' Roses.
Oh my god, though. It's Guns N' Roses. Oh, what the hell? I'm also in. I have a debuff. I have a pretty painful ulcer, like in my lower lip. So talking is pain.
Jordan.
I haven't had an ulcer in like, I want to say like 2 years. I can't say I missed this.
Late night gaming.
Yep.
It's all the deadlock.
It's that's what caused it. Not me accidentally poking myself there with my toothbrush.
I think it's probably deadlock.
Would make sense. This is the like when like you're a kid and then there's something like completely random wrong with you and it's like your parents like, yep, it's the video games.
The video
games gave you AIDS. It's the video games.
There's an argument for.
Is there? Please go on.
I think we're good to start.
Okay.
I'm gonna validate my teams real quick.
Oh, probably a good idea.
Once more. Yep.
You good?
It's one. I'm good. No need for changes.
In that case, nothing but best of luck and have fun, and I will see you after the games.
Good luck.
Okay. Generation 5 underused. Let's see what we can do here. I'll start with the Trick Room team. Sure. Also, let me actually get the get something here. Let me go like here. Shout out Glitchick City as always for the bangers. She always cooks. Alright. So what are we dealing with here? Gligar, Bishop, Ambipom. Unfortunately, I don't have a fighting type here, but Cofagrigus goes very hard in the end game here. Cofagrigus is actually very good. He also... he could have a spin on Hitmontop. Roosevelt is also like pretty good. The issue is like if he leads Bishop, I get smoked. Sonolix is also pretty good here, but there's a lot actually that we can do here. The question is, what do I actually want to lead with? My Trick Room team is actually like, the Trick Room mode is honestly like not that crazy. And I can't Bull Strike anything here. I actually wonder, what's the correct lead here? Like, I mostly want to go Rose Red just to immediately start laying his spikes, but like I said, like I can't do anything to Bishop with that. I think we'll lead with Victini and see what he goes into. Because U-turn is very free on a lot of stuff. And if he goes like Ambipom, we can go Cofagrigus. Gligar. Most likely Rocker. There is an argument to be made to immediately trick an Eviolite on this thing. Or like off this thing. To make it like very... not bulky. But is there something that I wanna go into here? Like if I immediately set up Trick Room. I don't think like immediately setting up Trick Room does much for me, unfortunately. I kinda wish that I went into Togekiss actually. I'm gonna trick. Because what do I not like tricking here? Tricking Gligar or Dusclops is like the best possible thing I can do. Also tricking Bishop would be like pretty neat. Yeah, I actually think Trick is really good here. There we go. And now he's Choice Scarf, Stealth Rock. So he literally cannot do anything else but Stealth Rock. So he will obviously be switching out. Now the issue here is my team is not that good against rocks and I don't have a way to get rid of them, which is what I'm mostly worried about. Part of me wants to hit this thing with a V-Create because he's obviously not staying in. And how much do I do with V-Create on like V-Create, Okos, both of these? Because if I go V-Create and... I'll actually click V-Create. Again, U-turn after. This thing should get O-Code here. Perfect. Immediately getting rid of the Ambipom is really big here. Now he does get to bringing something for kind of free here. Like I think Bishop he gets to bring him for free. Actually, would he risk it? I mean, if he brings it in, like he kind of needs to Sucker Punch. Or maybe he's calling me out for switching at that point. Yeah, but like Crocodile is free here. Because he brings in Crocodile with Intimidate, obviously. He probably has Gligar's coming back in. Interesting. I mean, he's always clicking U-turn here, so we do need to go into something that doesn't care about that. Snorlax is so good against this team. What would he go into if I go into this? Would he go into Bishop? That's what I'm wondering here. I don't think Rhyperior does like anything in this game, by the way. Because I'd rather use Snorlax for what I would use Rhyperior for. I'll still go Rose Raid. Everything else is bad except for Bishop. But I want to see if this is it. Because I don't have a good switch into Bishop, unfortunately. Actually, I should have gone... With hindsight, I actually still should have gone into Rhyperior. Because I have Dragon Tail on Rhyperior. Yeah, I actually definitely should have gone Rhyperior there. Because, like, I don't take damage from Iron Head. Crocodile. Interesting. Did he count that EQ kills? Okay, EQ kills. That's why he went into this thing. I see. This thing always carries Stone Edge, but do I care about that much? Togekiss doesn't do anything here except deal with Hitmontop really well. Pursue this is also a chance to Okro me. Part of me wants to just stay in, take the Earthquake, so I can then like go into something else. We'll stay in. Spikes are probably safer, but getting chip on this would be like incredibly good. Oh, he's bulky. Interesting. Because he's bulky. Crocodile. That's really good to know. So this head is not correct. I took 63 from Earthquake, which means he's not max. Which also means that he might not kill me here. I've already gotten the chip, so I'll actually stay in and try the layer spikes. Okay. So it was still a favorable roll for him, but the thing is, no. This thing is not Choice Scarf for sure. He's still very fast. Actually, I killed this thing with U-turn. I'm obviously taking rocks damage here, but from the stuff that he has, like, I'm not taking much anyway. We always go Victini here. The rocks is annoying, but like I said, like, the issue here, I mean, I do get to see if he's running Sucker Punch. I think like Crocodile basically never actually does Crocodile get Sucker Punch? Now when I said it out loud, I actually don't know if Crocodile even gets Sucker Punch. It doesn't. Oh, okay. Well then, that's perfectly fine. We get rid of Crocodile here. We do have one more comment before we die too. Now the thing here is that here I think we always go Rhyperior. But now, like, Snorlax, like, kind of cleans here. But I don't want to let Bisharp come in for free here. So, we'll go into Rhyperior. I don't love my position, but, like, I do have a Cofagrigus here for the late game sweep still. But I do need to deal with Bisharp before that. I am very, like, defensive bulky, so I don't get, like, killed by Sucker Punch immediately, unless he has an SD up. But I do need to bring it in cleanly. Okay, this thing is probably gonna burn me, right? I don't really care about getting burned on this thing. Because, like, I still have Snorlax to do the same thing that Rhyperior does. So I think, like, getting rocks up is actually very valuable here. Obviously, he doesn't have damage left Oh, it's toxic. Okay. He doesn't have damage left other than the seismic toss. That's perfect. Fine. Let's get Bishop out here. Okay. That's not the worst. And I think on that, he could spin. So I would like to block the spin. And I think now is when we set the trick room. The issue is, like, if he toxics me on this, like, yeah. Would it be better to actually go Snorlax? How much does Bishop do with a +2 on Snorlax? If he's carrying low kick kills, we go Snorlax here. Okay, I do not mind that at all. Because I don't think this thing has a way to actually hit me. So, like, all of his stuff is now a physical attacker. So this is where we start. Crystalaxing. That's perfectly fine. I don't mind if I get toxic either. Because I have rest. That hurts, but it's still fine. Do I rest here or do I just kill this thing? I still don't kill it, but I do kill it after one more, right? Do I not? I still don't kill him? There's a world where I rest. I'll body slam. There we go. Now he needs to reveal Sucker Punch, right? Actually, Sucker Punch doesn't kill me. We need to reveal Low Kick. How much does Seismic Toss do to me? Not enough. Am I slower? I'm slower. Okay, here we rest. And now we bring in Rodriguez, I think. No, Rhyperior. That's perfect, fine. And this is where we start clicking Earthquake, right? No, I still Dragon Tail. Okay, perfect. Balloon. Okay. That's perfectly fine still. Just in case he risks an SD, I'll go for Dragon Tail. Use Iron Head. Yep. And now we need to bring in, I think, this thing. Yeah, I don't need this thing for anything. I'll literally bring this thing in just to pop the balloon. And maybe get some flinches. Because I don't need Togekiss for anything. That's perfectly fine. We pop the balloon. Then let's pop a Heal Bell, revive Snorlax. Now the balloon is gone, so okay, we get that too. Another Air Slash. Our head doesn't kill. He doesn't have recovery, so all of this ship is doing a lot. That's perfectly fine. And now this is risky, but I'm doing it. I think this is the best position I have to do it. So please click Sucker Punch. Please. That sucks. He's definitely clicking Sucker Punch here. What? You were insane. Did I throw it? Let's see if I threw it. There is a world where he goes into Gligar here. I'll curse once, because I think the Gligar switching is too obvious. I might have thrown. Dusclops, that's still fine as well. No, honestly, he has Pain Split, so I like need to Oko this thing. I'll curse again. That's fine. One more curse. That's fine. That thing is gone. Now, the issue here is... Yeah, that one prediction definitely. I think I overpredicted. It wasn't an overprediction. It was just a like ballsy call on his part. I can't believe he'd go for a Night Slash there, though. But unfortunately, I do think we need a crit to win this. How many Sucker Punch does he have? Too many. But yeah, we lost. But I can't be too mad about that. It was literally a 50-50. No, I obviously because it's Gligar, I do need to lock myself into V-Crate here. But the funny thing is, like, because he's Choice Scarf, like, he's gonna be faster than me. I do have more PP on Trick than he does on Sucker Punch, so we do need to play. We do need to play this game. I don't know why I have a feeling he would already predict this. I'll try. Okay. Maybe I could have gone for another trick. But I think I lose anyway, because assuming that Gligar has a ground move, then that would have lit the game. But yeah, that was a very ballsy prediction. But it did win him the game, literally. There was a safer endgame that I could have taken, or not safer endgame, like safer play there that I could have taken with the immediately go, because I don't die to, I basically just wanted to win with Kofa on the spot, but yeah. I wonder if he needed to go. Hopefully, let me actually pull up the stream. Hopefully he's not looking at any teams. Let me just make sure. Did he need to go somewhere? Oh, there's a commercial break. Never mind. Did he message me? Let me send a message on Discord. Because I did obviously kill. I guess I should have played to kill Bishop. Because like I was positioned well. I was essentially like the only thing that I would lose to is Bishop. And that's the issue with like I haven't just been thinking or playing Pokemon like at all. And like now, apart from these, like I haven't been doing anything. I basically just built a team. The Theoricraft near a bit, that's it. But not having actually played the game, my execution is really poor. Because he had 3 support mons and Bishop left. So if I just kill the Bishop, I just win. Oh, he literally expected me to just be a defensive set. That's unfortunate. But yeah, I should have just played for the... I should play for actually like proper position. To like, what's the actual... Because my issue right now is I'm not thinking of the like overall picture. Huh. Now he has a cup of grease. I'm not thinking of the overall position. I'm thinking of like the current thing. Sad. But yeah, I have been playing sloppy the last couple of weeks. I should lock in. What's the issue with me leading? Because I really want rocks up immediately for this. Also, I do like Mianshao as a lead. Is he greedy to immediately go for rocks? Aerodactyl and both punish this. I need to get rid of Weavile, which is also what I really need rocks for. Like, rocks are so good here. I think I go Mianshao, because Mianshao beats, like, a lot of his good leads. And then, like, if it's a good lead, I can go into Nidoqueen. Oh, I'm a little bummed out about that. Okay, there's the Aerodactyl. Now the question is, would this thing be Scarf? Because I don't think so. I really want this thing dead. But if he stays in and Self-Rocks, like that's so bad for me. Because once again, like I'm pretty weak to rocks, but I don't have a way to get rid of them. Fuck it. He stayed in. Okay, he's setting up rocks for sure, right? How much does this thing do with Earthquake? Oh my, Nido. A little bit. The issue is I kinda need my Nido here. I don't have a good switch into this, which is an issue. I really need my Zapdos. But the issue is like dealing with anything without... No, here it would be really bad. The issue is like if he goes for a Earthquake here, I just lose. Actually, I should have just killed it. Because if I go here, Do I need Heracross for anything in this game? Like genuinely, do I need Heracross for anything? Not really. Right? I'd rather use this for... I don't need Heracross. Please Earthquake. Or Stealth... Okay, Stealth Rock. There's a world where I SD here. But Stone Edge hits like everything on his team. Assuming it hits. If I get rid of this thing, it's so good. But yeah, him obviously getting Rocks up is really good. They're really good against my team. Please stay in and taunt. And let me hit the Stone Edge. Stone Edge is just so scary because like 20% of the time I just don't do anything with my turn. But yeah, the issue is like Weavile is so good against my team. Victini is okay, but like... Because obviously Ball Strike is so good. Kavagrig is also scary in endgame, which is why I really need chip on it. So that's why, because I don't have a way to hit it for super toxic. Huh. Well, I do have guts, so I'm pretty sure I just kill everything now. He needs to go Victini here. Like, he just needs to go Victini. I'm guts boosted, Heracross. Which is actually now that I might want to save this thing. The thing about him also going Victini... If he goes Victini, there's also a 50-50. Because he's like... I mean, he would definitely not let his Heracross die. Right? And... makes me want to go... Yeah, this didn't lower your offenses. I don't think he has other Mons to go into than Victini here, no? He's probably thinking that. Okay, what do we do? He goes Victini, there's a 50-50. Because if I stay in and he clicks U-turn, he immediately loses the entire game. If I stay in and he clicks V-create, I lose Heracross for kinda nothing. Then I can bring in Nidoqueen and get Rocks up. But does it actually benefit me that much, is the question. Like, I don't think there's anything he can go into here, except for Victini. Yeah. Now, the thing here is, like, obviously I died to V-Crate, but I think, he also knows that I died to V-Crate. So would he stay in and click V-Crate, or would he go into... The thing is, like, nothing in my team takes V-Create, like, that well, except for Kingdra. But, like, obviously Kingdra is my sweeper. But do I just call out the... U-turn? Because that's the thing. Like, it's a 50-50. If I stay in and he U-turns, like, I immediately win the game, essentially. But what am I actually hitting for that hard after? Like, I can click Stone Edge for free or set up SD. Because Kingdra is the safe switch in. Because the issue is, like, I don't take V-create. Because, like, if he U-turns, I go Nidoqueen, he goes Weavile. I just lose. And I think Mienshai dies. Yeah, Mienshai dies. I'm so greedy for this. I'm like so greedy for this. I don't think the crib mattered, but still, it feels bad. He's special. Interesting. That makes things a lot harder for me, I won't lie. A lot harder. Because like you always still definitely around V-Crate, right? I mean, I do need to get Kingdra set up, because a special Victini is really hard for my team to deal with. Special Victini. There is also a world where he's just hybrid. He's like Psychic, V-Crit, Bolt Strike, and U-Turn, which I think like would be a pretty good one. The issue there is that I don't know if that kills Heracross from full without Expert Belt. Does it actually? Let me see. Most likely still, yeah. I mean, it's not like Heracross is very bulky. I do get Rain up here, and I do have Damp Rock. But the issue here is that, like, I'm not too well positioned with Kingdra. Like, Kingdra can't really sweep here. And I don't have rocks up for Weavile. Which is, like, the biggest issue that I have here. I need to play well, because, like, I can beat this team. And I really want the game 3, because, like, literally one turn is what decided the first game. And yeah. Yeah, there's Weavile. Now, unfortunately, this thing will destroy me immediately. With, like, basically anything. I think this thing is so much of a problem that, like, in case he clicks something that doesn't kill me, I close Superpower here. This thing is such a problem for my team. Yeah. Alright. Now then. I don't think I killed this thing with U-turn. I don't. I can't risk it with this thing, so I will not be risking anything. I will simply click Stone Edge and try to take my KO. There's a world where I go High Jump Kick, but obviously, because Giffer is immune, I would take a lot of damage there. I still really need rocks up. Please don't miss. Thank God. It would have been so devastating if I missed there. Victini is fine. Now the issue here is obviously Psychic still does so much to me. I got Kingdra here. I don't really have other good switches. Watch him hit Thunder. That would be really cool. That's not Specs, is it? Oh, it's Specs. Yeah, it's Specs Psychic. Okay. I get Mummy here, but I'm still faster than this thing. Now he needs to immediately click a move. We go need a queen here. Pain split is fine. We get up rocks. Getting burned here would suck, but I think I need a Nidoqueen still for his Nidoqueen. Don't burn me, don't burn me, don't burn me, don't burn me. Thank God. Okay. Now the issue is I'm playing with fire here because at all times, like, I could just get burned. I want to see the Ice Beam. Show me the Ice Beam. Okay, he's smart. Don't burn me. Thank you. He didn't want to switch away. Getting this thing paralyzed would actually be really good. He's definitely lefties, right? Toxic is fine. The question is, would he be toxic and something else? Protect, yeah. I was like, I want to see if he has something else as well. Yeah, I was like, he definitely switches here. There you go, Roost. I don't have access to here. I think I need to burn this thing in order to win, actually. Let's get a burn. Thunder Punch, interesting. Alright, now we... I think we just lose, unfortunately. I'm not that bad about this one, because this one he definitely played well. I'm really upset about the previous game. That sucks. That's really bad. Why couldn't the crit have been earlier, man? Fuck. He can just go... Actually, no, you don't want to go Victini here. The issue is that Cavagrigus is like so healthy. I do need to let him kill me because I don't have switch-ins. Actually, do I rather go into Kingdra? I think I need to sack Kingdra actually. Yeah. And I literally need the Stone Edge to crit to have a chance. Okay, he's not gonna risk it, which makes sense. Do I stay in and click Stone Edge again? I think I do. I need the crit on Stone Edge to win this game. Didn't get it. Please play it again. Okay, I'm down. So glad I switched. The issue here is that I don't really have a way to kill this thing. Unless, once again, I get a crit. Alright. Well, it all comes down, because this thing dies to Stone Edge, assuming I hit. I need to hit Stone Edge 3 times, and I win. Actually has Protect, so... I'm gonna struggle. If this thing has Protect as its last move, I lose. Because if he clicks Protect here... Okay. That's one. Now he actually... Does he have a guaranteed win with Protect here? Because now he clicks Protect. Okay, if I miss any of these, I lose. I have 2 more Stone Edges, so I need to land both. If he lands a double Protect, I lose. Or I miss. Okay. Literally comes down to this. Do I hit the Stone Edge? This is my final Stone Edge. This is literally what decides the whole... not the match, but the game. Holy fuck, thank God. Thank God. Eight. Okay. Well, we got the final game. Now the issue here, actually, it's not that bad. Helen last. I'm just really glad to start the game. TBH. Alright. Whew, thank God I hit those Stone Edges, bro. Now I have learned my lesson though, and I will literally start the game by getting up rocks. Like, I'm not gonna think about anything, I'm just getting up rocks. The rocks are way too important against this team. If he leads Aerodactyl again, I'm gonna assume that he has Taunt, which I don't think I saw, but I'm gonna assume. Rhyperior, like, is fine into his team, but, like, I need rocks. Like, ASAP. Smogon is also, like, worthless in this matchup, by the way. Okay. Now, I am going to assume he has Taunt, like I said, so we will be clicking Rock Blast here. Yeah, okay. Please hit. Thank you. 3 times should be a kill. Sag. Two hits. Now goes Milotic here. What? Why would you go Weavile here? Dude. I got 2 hits again. You're so lucky. Actually gross. Two hits off. Dude, that's so fucking annoying. Okay, now, like, no matter what happens, if I lose this, I can't be mad. I'll still play for the win. But he's gotten so fucking lucky. 2 hits of Rock Blast twice in a row into a freeze with the second Ice Punch. Like, he's so fucking lucky, actually. I'll play them out. I'll play them out. I want to see if he stays in. Okay. I wish I went for a Ball Strike, which was what I was thinking of, but that's still fine. I kind of want to go Togekiss to get rid of the rock, but like the rocks aren't that important anymore because the 2 of the 3 things that I care about with those are gone. I definitely set up on this thing for free though, no? It's called Toxic Protect. Yeah, I don't care about this. He doesn't have a setup sweeper here. So I can just sleep this away. Yeah. Realistically, on a set like this, like I think he has haze, but make sure I don't go too far. I know it's a Black Slice and a bunch of okay. I'm just gonna take the sleep chairs. I'm just gonna chill here. I think at this point he's just still clicking Scald though. Yep. Game should be over. I think we go all the way. Let's go all the way. Yeah, I was gonna say like... I'm gonna remove all the variants I can. I can go +6 and I can... Cavarigas could have haze, but whatever. There's the burn. It was gonna happen at some point. I'm not gonna feel bad about him at this point, like till clicking Scald though, cause brother. Now the issue here, what's this thing have haze? Like I think very logically this thing has haze, but which would be really funny. That's funny. It does make sense though to have it, to be fair. Okay, I think at that point, like we just go Togekiss here and now we heal ball. I don't care about that. We now know all of this thing's moves. Like this thing doesn't do anything. Pain Split, Willows, Knockoff, and Haze. We heal ball here. We know this is what? Now does this kill us with anything? I don't think so. He could, once again, like he could still be a hybrid, but given that now we know that he specs, like I don't think, let me put that here by the way, since we do know that. Oh, he is hybrid, but he's no investment. Bolt Strike is very weak also. Do I just click Roost again? I think I do. Because if he misses Bolt Strike, then we just Nasty Blood. There's the paralysis, but we do have Heal Bell. Hopefully we don't get paralyzed here. That's a crit. Into para. I'm not gonna type anything. It doesn't matter. Play the routes. I'll sack this thing. And this is more valuable. Play the routes. Two hit rock blasts, a second hit freeze, and now a crit para. I will play them out. I hope my calculations have been correct. Like I said, like the thing is good into his team, but it's nothing crazy. I don't care about losing this at this point. At this point, I just want to stack hazards, because that's the safest way for me to win. Yeah, he's obviously not staying in. I do want to keep this thing alive though. But obviously on the melodic, we can always go into Snorlax. I could go Rose Raid, but unfortunately, like, this thing can do something to us when we are on Rose Raid. But we obviously know the haze exists. Do I want this thing to... How much do I do on this with Ball Strike? It doesn't okay. We need to some chip. I do want to set up a couple curses. But obviously, as we know, like, Cavarigas has haze. But like, this thing can't do anything to us. And I don't want to play stupid now. That's fine. Would he immediately go for it? Of go for haze is the question. Because we don't do a lot of damage on this, but the chip is obviously nice. I think we're faster after one curse. Actually, no, I'm not, because I have 0 speed investment. That's smart. That's perfectly fine. The issue is I don't have status, but that's still fine. Obviously can't do really damage on me. Okay, thank God. It's about time that we get a little... Because we just need to wear this thing down. I can deal with Melodic later with Victini. I can layer some spikes with Rose Raid. We can deal with that. But I do need a chip on this thing as well. There's the burn. Now he probably pain splits here. So I think I Earthquake first and then I go for a rest. Because he might also haze. The issue is that I really want chip on Melodic. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, since he could haze first, I want to do this first. Now if he pain splits, his pain split is gonna go first. Because I do need to still... The reason why I'm saving Rhyperior, by the way, is I do still need to be a little scared of Victini. Because this thing is annoying, and obviously its recovery is reliant on pain split, which he's probably pressing here. Yep. But that's perfectly fine. And now we can go Rose Raid. Do you know all moves of Melodic, by the way? This is fine. Skull Toxic protects. Yeah, we don't. So probably Ice Beam for the last one, right? This thing definitely has Ice Punch, right? So let me see how much that does. Ice Punch. I'm gonna assume Adamant. It doesn't O-Cost. Okay, so let's layer 1 layer spikes. The 1 layer is the important one. It's Poison Jab. Okay, that's... Wait, why did it do so much, by the way? Oh yeah, Sheer Force, Sheer Force. That's why. Let's get rid of the Sheer Force here, I think. I'm so tired, dude. I mean, can I even win? Because he's just gotten every hacks. Like, I literally don't know if I can actually even win. I think I need to sack Lax here. But yeah, like, this is one of those games where it's just like, what can you do? Because do I kill this thing in 1 hit? I don't think so. I don't. Oh, Roman. Earthquake kills, but he obviously kills me back with Earthquake, so I can't do that. So I need chip first. I think I just lost. This is one of those things. Now I'm proper annoyed because it's like I couldn't have played better. Like this is not the case of play better. I literally couldn't have won by playing better. I literally lost because my opponent like giga high rolled, and that's what's so annoying about this. And the thing is, like, he was the one constantly complaining. I kind of want to skip the after talk. At least we get some chip, but. Another crit, obviously didn't matter, but still. I still don't think... I mean, we do kill with V-Crate, but, like, we just lose after. Because he can then go his own Victini. But this is a case... I think... But yeah, now I'm like proper salty because it's just like there's nothing I could have done, and I know that's why I shouldn't be annoyed, but I mean it all depends how Jeexx views the situation. But there's a good chance that I cut the talk short today if he doesn't acknowledge the fact that he won purely by luck. I don't know what he's thinking. He always just goes Victini here. Actually, even Melodic. Actually, you go Melodic here. Because obviously I can change moves. And I die to rocks. But this is easily the luckiest either of us have gotten ever in the series. But this is a case of it didn't matter what I did. The game decided that I lose from the start. I don't think like even crits help me here. Because like obviously Victini just comes in. Yeah, I'm not gonna play this up. First case, I think, where it was literally just luck. Literally, I got two hits, rock blasts. You get a second turn, the freeze on my Rhyperior.
Yeah.
You get the crit, which mattered against my Togekiss, and a full para on the same turn.
Oh yeah, that thing.
It's like
point where I got the crit on Carafagus, I was like, okay, this is absolutely done.
But yeah.
Because like everything up until that point was still like, okay, you're completely getting shit on here, but you can definitely still win this. But at that point, it was like, hey, here, have this.
But yeah,
hey,
like
you know this defensive wall that you can't kill? Hey, here, take it, King.
But yeah, I literally like this is a case of like I'm annoyed because I obviously just lost to RNG, and like literally no matter what I did, the game just decided from the get-go that I was gonna lose.
Yeah.
It's at the same time like why would I get annoyed, because it's like I couldn't have done anything.
Yeah, like this game was absolutely the kind of game where it didn't feel like anything that you did mattered, in the sense like you said, I was making fun of you for being like, oh yeah, I only got 2 hits on Rock Blast at first, but then the second time it happened, that's unlikely. Like that's actually unlikely. That's less than 50% odds of happening. I'm pretty sure. Wait, is the first one? How many times are you likely to hit to begin with? Like, how does that get determined? Any idea?
Let me actually see if it's different in Gen 5, but like Pokemon 2 to 5, it's likeliness Gen, because I want to see what is in Gen 5, because for
It's 37.5
at this list
for
25
20.
20, yeah, 33. Yeah, so I got 233 alls in a row.
That's insane. Like, that's
And like it's the fact, because like if
Gen
I don't get the crit or the full para on the Togekiss turn, I win, because then I get the chip, which allows me to kill Victini. If I kill either Aerodactyl immediately or a Weavile immediately, my Rhyperior is healthy enough, so I kill Victini later and I set up Rocks way earlier. If I like, I don't want to talk about this because it's just annoying to talk about, because I just lost to RNG. It's that's the end all be all.
my question is, what the fuck was your Victini souped up with?
It's like the most basic Victini set of all time. It just shows Scarf Wave, V Great Ball Strike, U-turn trick.
Dude, I know what I was doing wrong at the end there, because I set rain when you use tornadoes, right? I put it on rain.
Mm-hmm.
And normally, whenever you're changing stuff, it resets rain. But for some reason, it doesn't reset rain right now. Like, every time I switch stuff, it was pretending as though I had rain on my side.
Gotcha.
So, when I switched Nidoqueen in, I kept Nidoqueen in. I was like, oh, Nidoqueen takes, like, fucking nothing from this. And it even still takes nothing. It's supposed to take 57 to 66. With the spreads that I have.
Mm-hmm.
Why did I take 100% almost? Well, I did take 77, so there is something definitely different in the calcs for this versus.
And do you have Adamant? I have Jolly Victini.
Yeah, it says Jolly, yeah.
Okay.
I don't understand how you killed my Nidoqueen in that situation, because it wasn't even a crit, right?
I don't. Oh, I already closed them. I don't remember.
76.6%, yeah. And like here, if you look at the stream, my Nidoqueen is on the right. Like, this is exactly the Nidoqueen that I have. And then this is a currently Specs, but Scarf Victini should do 57 to 66%.
Wait, for me it's showing.
Wait, what is this?
What are you showing? Because currently you're showing the turn 1 on stream.
Hmm?
But is my stream let me refresh
Yes, your
once
stream
more?
is, yeah. Because I'm looking at the calculator. There's a situation where the Victini uses V-Create, which does 76% of my Nidoqueen's HP, and I'm only supposed to be able to take 66 tops. Assuming that your Victini is similar to the one that is in the calc.
The Victini you're looking at doesn't have max. Wait, yeah, you're looking at
wait,
0 attack IVs.
There we go. Yeah. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Earlier it was oh yeah, because it was in the rain. Yeah, in the rain it's no damage at all. Oh yeah. Okay. Thank you. That was like that caught me off guard because I was sitting here like, wait, that's not supposed to happen. I'm supposed to live this, but then yeah, obviously it didn't really matter from beyond there because this thing was Victini pretty much perfectly, and I got
I'm gonna have Ball
Toxic
Strike,
off,
but at
which-
that point I died to rock. So
yeah.
once again, if my Rhyperior and my Tokyo String got robbed, would it have mattered? Yeah, I don't want to talk about this anymore. I'm just getting annoyed because it's nothing mattered. We were playing roulette.
I mean, the first game wasn't roulette.
Yeah, no, the first game was fine.
The first game was perfectly fine.
Actually, okay. I say fine. I'm just annoyed because if I just click hidden power fighting, I was talking about that. Like, that's one issue where like I haven't been thinking of Pokemon at all, and the only time I think of this is when I theorycraft and build the teams, and that's it. Because I'm not thinking about it. I'm only thinking one turn at a time. Where on that spot, you already had 2 of your other damage dealers gone. So, what I was thinking is like obviously you click Sucker Punch here, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna predict the Sucker Punch, I'm gonna click Nasty Plot once, and then I just kill it. But I could have just immediately clicked Hidden Power Fighting. I don't die even to Sucker Punch unless it crits me. You lose your Bisharp, and at that point you don't have damage, you lose. But because I haven't been playing Pokemon at all, or not thinking about it, I'm not thinking of the bigger picture. So it's... it literally went from one oversight lost me the first game, and then the third game I lost to entirely RNG.
Yeah. For me specifically, the reason why I chose Night Slash was because I looked at the situation and I determined, oh, this is literally the only thing that I can actually do that can maybe win me the game here. And I was thinking, oh, if you end up switching here, like if you don't end up hitting me with Shadow Ball or something, I don't know what you have. If you don't do any of that sort, clicking Night Slash here, critting on Snorlax, critting on something else, will just kill it. Well, not kill it, but like deal enough damage for it to be killable.
I had Hidden Power Fighting and it was a guaranteed OHKO, because I'm not as a full special attack.
Yeah, I did not know this, and I played around the fact that I can win if I do this line, and if you have something to beat it, then it's GG for me to begin with. So
yeah, but yeah,
that's the
Mesopotamian
only way
gods
that I
and
can
Norse gods for my names. That's it.
yeah, mine were Mega Man Battle Network references. What was the other one? The other one was Vanguard cards, specifically from the first set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's gonna do it. Like I said, I don't really feel like talking about this because I'm just really annoyed with how stuff went. Because basically, I came here and nothing I did mattered. So hopefully, less roulette next time. We'll see you for Gen 5 RU. Peace.